go.
Yes, we're live, so to speak. How fun is this? Um,
All right. All right.
Tone, Tone, I want to dive right into the very first thing that sort of brought us to where we are right now. And when I was there a few months ago, I'd first brought up this idea about uh podcast. And do you remember your response?
Yeah, of course. I liked it. We already talked about it before, as I recall, and I was immediately into it. I said,
Yep.
really, yeah, let's do it. I really
We
love
had
it.
talked about it. I feel this is a thing representing.
Yeah, it's
Uh, I
great.
feel I feel this is a thing that we've talked about for years. And I remember one thing you said, which was it's a great idea, but I don't know if really I have anything interesting to share. And then we talked for about 45 minutes about all the cool stuff you've done. And
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right. I remember that. Well, not to mention all the cool stuff that you did as well. So we have plenty to talk about. You're
we
absolutely
do.
right.
We have so much to
Yeah.
share. And I wanted to take a moment to share with everyone who's listening and watching that we've heard the expression, everybody has a story to tell. And I think the most
Yep.
important thing to add on to that is some people out there really need to hear your story. They may be in the same position, they may want to get to the same place you are, and they may not
Mm,
know how to do it, but the information you provide, I think, can make all the difference. That's for you, that's for me, that's for anyone
mm.
out there. We all have stories that we have to share. Um,
Yeah.
so tell me, what made you decide to go into entertainment?
Okay. Well, I have to go a little bit backwards with that, of course, because it's not like it's something that I came across. It's not like I really decided to go into it, although the desire to be a creative kind of person has been there for a long, long time. So that's why I have to start a little bit early because uh, uh, I guess every creative person or entertainer or actor or singer kind of wants to be in the spotlights. That's something that we all have in common, and it started with me at a very early age because I remember singing in the between the sliding doors, as the proverbial saying goes, as when I was around 7 or 8 years old, and I loved singing. I wasn't very good at it back then, but that's okay. But it was kind of fun. So
No, it's there.
that was always it was always there. It was
Yeah,
always there.
yeah,
And
it's music, and it's music, and you very specifically, for people who aren't aware, Tone actually has a tattoo that speaks very clearly to his passion, which is music. He's got a tattoo of a microphone, um,
yes, I have.
and I think
It's
that
right
that right
here.
there, that right there says everything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I can show it if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Here he is.
Yeah. How long
It's
have
like
you had that?
already for over 20 years. It was
Yeah.
something I
You
came up with. It's like I've got singing or music for that matter. I got it under my skin. So I tried.
I
I
think
tried
didn't you have that before Nick? You had that before 99.
yes, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
So that would
yeah.
be 2.5 decades at least.
Yes, it was. Yeah, and it's like an old-fashioned microphone, an RCA. It's like the one that Elvis also used in a lot of his performances and a lot of rock and roll stars before him.
Yeah, probably.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Chuck Berry, you name it. Yeah.
it
It's very
depicts kind
iconic.
of yeah, it depicts ripped open skin with a microphone underneath and the little dots you see there are music notes. So I thought it was pretty cool at the time. I
I
had to
agree.
have it done, but I never did. But it's okay.
No,
Yeah, that's right.
it works great.
It
So
does.
tell me, tell me how, because there's so much we're going to dive into for everybody who's listening, and we're going to do that over the future episodes. But um, you have one piece of advice that you want to give to anyone who wants to go into entertainment. What is it?
One piece of advice that I have is I kind of have two pieces of advice, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I would say make sure you have a backup plan in case it doesn't work out for you, because you know you can enjoy being creative or want to sing, or maybe you're not as good as you think you are, and also not everybody gets to be a superstar. So it's not always a given that if you follow your creative path, that it also allows you to make money to provide for yourself, for your family, or whatever. And the second, so that's just the thing I would like to say, that you have a backup plan. Get an education, that's for sure, and then you can fall back on it, but you can still uh, pursue your creative endeavors in another way, maybe in a not necessarily professional. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I
That's
do.
what I
I
would say.
I do, and I'm delighted that you said that, because for me, for entertainment, I didn't know any better. I couldn't imagine not going into entertainment, just like I can't imagine
Yeah,
not writing. I can't imagine not doing audiobooks. And I love that
yeah,
you said have
right.
a backup plan. But I think about, maybe we talked about this. I
Yeah,
just forgot his name. The drummer for Blink 182 didn't want to have a backup plan. So he went out back
yeah,
before it was cool and got tattoos all over his hands and fingers so that
right.
he wouldn't be able to go get a normal regular job, right? He couldn't have a conventional form of employment. And for
Right.
me, I I I didn't know enough what the word no meant, and that's why I pursued my dreams, my desires, and my goals, and I realized a considerable level of success. And I love that you said not everybody can be a rock star, but rock stars need support. They need the backup band members, they need the dancers, right? They
Yeah,
need the vocalist, and there's plenty of people out there that are killing it. It's the same as in film and TV. Not everyone is going to be an A-list actor, but those character actors,
right,
man, you see their face and go, I've seen that person before. So I think I
right.
love your practicality, and if you're listening or watching, you're going to discover as you follow us through the episodes that Tone
Mm,
tends to be more insightful, more practical, uh,
mm.
whereas, I mean, it says a great deal. I mean, I'm the guy that jumped off of buildings and horses and got lit on fire for a living. And
Yes,
you would say, no, I'm just going to keep my feet on the ground with a microphone in front of me, and I'm going to talk to people because I like this. So um,
right.
it's a great balance. And I often reflect on every conversation you and I have, and this one here is no exception. I walk away with my mind a little more expanded, and I think for those of you out there, look for those people in your life and make sure they know how important they are to you. Tony and I have taken road trips all over the place. We've
Mm,
been to other countries. The first time for me that it really cemented how important you were to me and how influential you were to me was our road trip to Den Haag, which, man, if people can imagine, 5.5 to 6 hours on the road in a car talking that entire time, that was
right.
us.
Yeah, that was kind of funny though as well, because the way we went into this trip, it was like you said to me man, I really want to go to The Hague, and I would like to see a bit more of Holland and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll go with you." And up until that point, we were no more than just some colleagues. You know, we just having a good
Correct.
relationship on set, on the job. But we never had a personal relationship as a friendship or anything like that. And so you're absolutely right. At that moment, it kind of happened for us. I mean, that's when we bonded for the first time.
It's
And it
true.
lasts so 24 years, 20 years already. So that's a really cool thing.
I agree.
And yeah. So, but you asked me before, and I never gotten right around to the proper answer when I got into entertainment and how I.
Yes,
Yeah, right. So, if you allow me, I can still
of
elaborate
course.
on that one.
This is
Yeah.
our show,
So,
man.
because as you remember, our mutual friend, Mr. Leon Dubbelbloer,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he was working on Walibi, and Walibi is, as we both know, of course, is an amusement park, much like Disney or whatever, but then in a smaller scale.
Which
And they
was for
opened
a
up this,
short period Six Flags
yeah,
Holland.
right, exactly, yeah, good point. And he worked there already, and I was working as a greengrocer, believe it or not, at that point,
Of
and it
course I
didn't.
believe it. I've seen what you can do. My
Yeah,
my screensaver, right? You
yeah.
know my screensaver. Let's see if I can show it to people. Oh my gosh.
Oh, right, that's the gardening part. Yeah,
Here we go.
we
Hang
still
on.
have a lot to talk about that as well. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I was doing that work, and then
Another time.
the stunt show that you were working on later on when
Yep.
we met is I've seen that over the years a couple of times. And there was this guy, like this Belgian guy, it was called Jeromeke or something. That was his name or his nickname. I'm not sure. I saw this guy doing that work. He was working as a host for the King Solomon's Mine show they were both in as well. And I thought that was awesome. I love this guy's enthusiasm. I like the way he interacts with the audience and stuff like that. I like that. So that's when I thought, man, wouldn't that be cool if I could do that? And Leon already worked as a sound tech. And so in '99, all of a sudden, this role as being the host for the stunt show came available. And then he said to me, "That's something for you. You like that, don't you?" I do, yeah. So I went in there and I auditioned, and the rest is history. That's how I came to work at King Solomon's Mines,
You
and
know,
that's
and
how
I
I met
love
you.
that because a connection brought you to
Yeah,
King Solomon's Mines, or KSM as we referred to it. And the same thing happened to me when I was doing the Wild West stunt show. You know,
right.
I met Chris, and we built a really great friendship. And he said to me one day, he goes, Holland was so much fun, and if I ever go back, you're first on my list. And
Yeah.
sure enough, not even a year later, he called me up and said, "Want to go to the Netherlands?" And I got over there, and he looked at me and goes, "We're going to have so much fun. This is going to be the
Oh
best
yeah.
year of your life." What he didn't say to me, though, what he didn't tell me was, "You're going to build some lifelong friendships and relationships." And he didn't tell me how transformative living in the Netherlands would be, but it
Yeah. Well, he could
truly
never have
was.
known that.
What's
He
that?
never could. He never could have known that. Me neither.
No,
Never.
you're
Never.
you're
Never.
right. You're right.
Anyway, and also as in addition to my answer, before Walibi, I was already uh, my brothers were older than me, so they were musicians already. They had a band in the '60s. You know, the '60s where it all happened.
Oh, sure.
Okay. And then later on in life, when they already retired, of course, and they gotten older, and they went like, "Hey, you know how to sing, don't you?" I said, "Me, really? I don't know." And they said, "Well, we're going to start up a band again, just for fuck's sake, just for fun. So come on and join us." And I went, "Really? Okay." So that was terrible, of course. Anyway, but that was my first introduction to actually be a singer and performing on stage and stuff like that. So and that's also where I met Yvonne, my wife, as you
And we're
know.
going to
Yeah,
we're coming to the end of this particular episode, but that's going to be
yeah,
something that will peel back the layers on future episodes, or an episode, which is the musical inclinations of you and your beautiful bride Ivona, her brother Michiel, and how
Right.
much of a force to be reckoned with he has become, and just so many. It's really important for everyone who's watching, everyone who's listening. It's really important to surround yourself with the people who are going to believe in and support your dreams and goals, because they're the
Yep.
ones that are going to be the backstops to help you get there. There's an expression,
Yeah.
a rising tide lifts all ships. I believe that. I think it's important to have the people in your life that believe in you, that support you, that are right there beside you. And you and
Yeah.
I both have been enormously fortunate to have. I've been fortunate to have someone like you in my life, and
Thank you. Yeah.
and there's so much we have to talk about, whether it comes to Halloween decorations, or you know
Yeah. Right.
how when Leon and I get together, it's like two 13-year-olds cracking fart jokes in an elevator. Uh, I mean, that's pretty accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it sure is. It's a completely different relationship, but that's okay. Every party needs a clown, right?
That's true.
There you go.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
that's funny.
your point, to go back and bring it full circle to what you said at the beginning, having a backup plan for you,
Mm.
you
Yep.
you haven't so much had a backup plan as you have found other ways to expand your creative toolkit. For me, actor to actor and
Mm.
stuntman, all of
Yeah.
that, added audiobook narrator, I'm a writer. All of these things that we do still allow us to keep our hands in the creative force that charges us. And that's a thing that you
Mhm.
do. You do it at this place.
All right. Six Flags. I'm sorry, Center Parks. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
also,
that's something for people to think about, that
yeah,
sometimes the goal you're after may not be directly in your wheelhouse, but if it's anywhere on the ship, it gets you one step closer.
right.
That's
Yes, and
my thought.
creativity is not only in singing or performing or doing stuff like that. It's also about picking up drawing, as I did, or
Oh my
creating
gosh.
creating
Yes,
bonsai trees and stuff like that in
we're
gardens. And
we're
we could
going
talk
we're
about a
going
lot of stuff like that. So
yeah, we'll touch on that in another episode as well, how during the
yeah.
pandemic you said, "Yeah, I've decided to take up drawing," and then what I
No, no,
get
no,
from you.
no. Yvonne did it. To be
Yeah.
honest, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
it is.
We
And it was very satisfying as well.
Oh,
Really.
no, I
Yeah,
agree. And I'm not I'm not a terrific artist when it comes to drawing things, but when it comes to words, and my love of gardening, I inherited directly from you, because you're such a great
that's cool.
mentor and teacher, and that's another thing that we'll dive into in future episodes. But we're at the are we at the top or the bottom? How does that work? When you're at the end of a thing, are you at the bottom or the top? If
At the end.
we're at
Yeah,
the end, we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom.
right.
Okay, we're at the
If you take
bottom.
it, if you take it from the top, you start at the beginning, right?
Oh, see? All right.
Thank you.
If
Yeah.
you've wondered, if you've had questions about the clarification of that,
Yeah.
now you know. All right. We take it from the top.
Right.
That's an entertainment thing too, isn't it?
Right. Singers say that from the top,
I love that.
from the
I
start.
love that. Yeah. So yeah, on sets, it's back to one, back to your first mark. Got it. All right. And on that note, we're gonna wish everybody well. Any
Yeah.
parting words for everyone out there in radio video land?
Well, that's what they always say on Tube, right? If you like what you saw, push a like in the description box below.
I love this. I love this.
That is funny. Yeah. And
Yeah,
subscribe to our channel to
if
help the channel along.
if you yes, and you know what? Tell your friends if you like us, tell your enemies if you don't. And if you do like us, we're Tone and Ron, and if you don't, we're Rick and Morty. How's
Right.
that?
We'll see. We'll see. Stick to this name for now, Tony Baloney.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Have an excellent week ahead, and we will see you soon.
Groovy. Okay, that was not too bad. I had fun.
And we're
I
still
like it.
recording, and I'm going to keep that.
That's okay. You can keep whatever you like.
All right, everybody, have a great day.